guys, this is Indranil. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Webskitters Academy. So, hopefully, it's a nice journey with you guys on this ethical hacking and cybersecurity series. And thanks for supporting us. Keep supporting, and hopefully you have watched the previous videos of this series. If you have missed it, please click on the I button and go through all the videos on system hacking as well as Wi-Fi hacking. So in the last video I have seen about the stealing the credentials using Wireshark, and as promised earlier that in the next video we'll see the credential harvesting, stealing the credentials using Ettercap. So in this video obviously we'll see that how we can steal the credentials using Ettercap. So Ettercap is the most important and well-known tool in the ethical hacking area, and it's normally used for performing man-in-the-middle attack, and where we should know the source IP and the destination IP, and after that we can steal the credentials. So we'll see this stuff obviously live, as normally we see all the videos hacking in the live demo. So we'll see that in live. That practical demonstration will be done by our prominent student Sampat Banerjee. So hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
So in the previous video we saw that how the hackers will harvest the credentials of yours if they're in the same network simply by using Wireshark. So let's take an assumption that you are using a different type of HTTPS pages and you are basically very aware to not fall into any kind of Wireshark methods, or the hacker is not using any kind of Wireshark to capture your data. So if something like that happens, the process that is used by the hackers to get your credentials is known as man in the middle. So what is man in the middle? Well, it is basically self-explanatory as it is named. So man in the middle means that the man, which is the hacker, is in the middle of the connection between you and the server. So if you are trying to connect to facebook.com or any website, or if you are trying to find any website, the man, which is the hacker, is in the middle of the connection. Your connection, your request first goes into his system, and then it gets transferred to the server. And even when the server is giving you back the data, giving you back any form, giving you back any type of information or packets, it first gets into the hacker system and then it comes to you. So this is the whole thing about man in the middle. There are different methods which you can pull it off to carry out the man in the middle attack. There are ARP spoofing, ARP poisoning, DNS spoofing. There are lots of things. So let's see how it will work, how the hackers will use this thing. So to use man-in-the-middle attack, to make a man-in-the-middle attack work, the hackers will use a tool known as Ettercap. It's a GUI based tool. So over here we can say the Ettercap is open, but first we'll close it first because we need to open it through sudo, or otherwise it won't capture information of your Ethernet network. So now it's working properly. So over here, this is the starting page of the Ettercap. We can select primary interface. Over here there are three important ones which I have told you in the Wireshark video: the Ethernet 0, the local lookup, which is the local host, and Bluetooth Linux monitor. So for now we'll use obviously the primary interface. We'll set it to Ethernet 0, and there are also options of bridge snipping, bridge interface. So we will not get into it right now. So after that we will click on accept, and over here we can see that it started unified sniffing. So at first we need to make a host scan. The Ettercap needs to scan different hosts that are inside your network, or the network that is which is being connected to the hacker. What other hosts and systems are also connected to the same network? The Ettercap needs to make a list of it. So to make a list of it, it will first go to the hosts and then scan for hosts. So let's scan for hosts. It is scanning the whole net mask, which means the /24 net mask. After that, we'll go to hosts list, and the host list we can find all the hosts that are connected to the system. So over here we can see 72.1, 72.2, 152 and 254. We can rule out 254 and 1 because 254 is basically the broadcast address. If you learn a bit about networking, you will know about it, that the 254 is the broadcast address and .1 is the network address. These aren't used by any sort of host systems. So the one we're focused on right now is 72.2 and 72.132. So 72.2, as we have seen earlier, and which is basically the default gateway. So as we want to be in the middle, we want to be in the middle of the default gateway and the Windows 7 machine or the victim's machine. So let's go for it. The hacker will use 72.2 to be the target 1 and 72.132, which is the victim's machine, to be the target 2. Over here we can see a host 192.168.72.2 is added to target 1. Host 192.168.72.132 added to target 2. So this is all. So after this happens, the hacker will click on MITM menu, and we can see over here there are a lot of options to pull off a man-in-the-middle attack. So we will use the most reliable one, which is ARP poisoning. So before we click on this, let me tell you a bit about what is ARP poisoning and how it works. So basically, ARP is a table, as there is a ARP table inside your router, which basically does nothing but make a table of which IP address is of which MAC address. There is a MAC address of every system, there is an IP address of every system. So ARP table is basically a table where the MAC address of your system is written alongside the IP address of your system. It makes a table of it. And what ARP poisoning does, ARP poisoning is basically when we poison that ARP table. We poison that ARP table to make the ARP table think, or to make the router think that the IP address is being associated to the MAC address. We poison that table to make that MAC address the hacker's MAC address. So over here, connection information, we can see that the hardware address of the Kali machine is 000C29E1B1C9, and the broadcast the IP address is 192.168.72.130, and the Windows 7 machine, the IP address is 192.168.72.132. So what the ARP poisoning will do is it will associate the MAC address of the Kali or the hacker's MAC address to the IP address of the victim's machine. So it will fool the router to think. So when the router will think that yes, I need to send this information to this IP address. So what is the MAC address of this IP address? So it will see the MAC address of the IP address is 000C29E1B1C9, which is actually the MAC address of our Kali machine, but it will fool the ARP table. So this is how ARP poisoning works basically. So after that, we'll click on ARP poisoning. We'll sniff remote connections. Click on OK. Here we can see ARP poisoning has started, and over here we'll use the same website. Use the username victim and the password to be password 123. Click on login, and here we can see, like, without any hassle of trying to find it over Wireshark, without knowing anything about protocols or anything, we can see over here the content is username victim and pass is password 123. It's as easy as it is. So now we have seen how the hackers will get your credentials in various different ways, how the infamous man-in-the-middle attack works, how there are different types of man-in-the-middle attacks, and how ARP poisoning works. We know all this right now. So in the next video, we'll show you what other things the hackers can pull off while they're inside your network. We'll gradually shift towards phishing attacks. We'll understand how phishing attack works, how social engineering works, how technical things and social engineering gets associated together to make a complete package of a good phishing attack. we'll see all about it, and how the phishing pages will fool you. We'll get into it. We'll see a lot of examples, live examples. So let's see the next video.
Hopefully you have enjoyed the video. The most interesting part is that the next series which is coming soon. It will be the most interesting session for everyone, for both the technical and the non-technical person. And nowadays we all have the social accounts, right? So how those credentials can be shared, how the hackers steal those credentials. So in the next series, we'll see all those types of hacking, types of attacks live with the practical demonstration. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, share with your friends and family. So thanks for watching.